Hello and welcome to Sharka's FlightBytes, a new series I've been planning for a while to do, and it's going to be focused around old classic flight sims, mostly of the MicroProse persuasion, but there are going to be some other ones that I've picked up that I missed out back in the day and are keen to just dive into and do some videos on. So first up, we got the first flight sim I ever got into, which is the C64 version of Gunship, MicroProse's, the helicopter gunship simulator. Now, the first thing we're greeted with is a copy protection, which is the vehicle identification, and we're tasked to identify a random vehicle. In this case, it's a gainful. You need to dive into the manual for that, and it's got all cool schematics and information, which is really cool for me. I was getting into military history when I played this. I played this like quite young. I was like 10 or so, and I was so proud of myself for figuring this out, and this is where my love of flight sim was born. So first thing we do now is create a pilot. There's some existing ones, and I'll show you if they are the ones that came with the game, because it's hard to tell with like ROM dumps and whatnot of these. But yes, sorry John J. Rambo, you're going to be erased to make way for Sasha McAuliffe. Unfortunately, there's no room, unfortunately, with my full name to add a handle. So yes, no name for you, except I'm on the roster anyway. We'll call you Shark, Sasha Shark McAuliffe. So first up, we got a training mission. We need to earn our wings. We are a sergeant. We want to advance to warrant officer. So yes, it's you are cleared for a training flight over the gunnery range. All enemies are armed with simulators that cannot hurt you. Complete flight by returning to the central helibase. Weather is perfect. This will be a night flight, so yeah, it's random what time it is. HR 2300. So yeah, here's our sector map. That's the helibase in the center. That there is our secondary mission up there, and then there's primary there, and there's a forward airbase there for refuel, which is a bit out of the way. So yeah, it was our stores. Now a bit of a mistake was made here because I flew heavy, just under the weight limit. So, yes, it advised you in the manual not to fly with a full complement, otherwise your weight will be too much, fuel ratio and stuff. So yeah, we had to flip discover, and here we are. It's been a long time since I played C64 Gunship, and yeah, here we are. I moved on to playing the Amiga version, and then on to Gunship 2000 and other things like that. But yeah, this is where it all began for me. My love for flight sims was born in this cockpit, and these simple rudimentary polygon wireframe graphics. The actually cockpit display is actually done quite nicely. Yeah, it's all nicely detailed. There's altimeter, speed in knots. So the first thing we need to do is after engaging our rotors, our engines, is to increase the collective so we can take up the challenge to take off. But yes, we need to rise into the air mightily. There we go, up. And yeah, it's simple and crude, the graphics, but they're effective. This was quite groundbreaking for the time, having undulating hills that form part of the tactics of the game, because helicopter gunships do not fly high in the air and scream over battlefields. They are a pop-up attack, especially with the Apache. It's a pop-up attack helicopter, which means you're supposed to fly low to the ground to avoid radar, and take cover behind the hills and rise above them to break radar, and rise above them and fire your prioritize your targets, then fire, and then go back down again to prioritize, to hide from radar, which is why the longbow Apache had a mast mounted camera, so it could basically, like, it was almost like a periscope, if you imagine like a helicopter's periscope, which is weird and wild. But yeah, away we go, flying over this nighttime battlefield. I mean, yes, we've got a target. Here's our first catch of the day. Some enemy infantry down on the ground there. So yes, what we want to do is target them with a rocket barrage, or FFARs. If you're close enough, you can swoop in and regular cannon fire. We need to close to 1.2 kilometers or less, otherwise our shots won't reach them. So yeah, target locked. We need to just fly over, fly closer, and wait for the target range to close in. So yeah, in future ones I will probably do these commentary live. For this first one, I'm doing it for like posters, narrating over footage. So yeah, we took that was actually our secondary target. So yeah, there's our secondary target accomplished. We need to just check the sector map now and plot our course. So if you move the cursor over to an area there, and then come out, in the bottom left there, you'll see 2 arrows. Green and the red. That's basically like your navigation, your heading, wherever your cursor is on the map. The red one will signify that's where it is, what direction you need to go. So you need to just turn, and match up. Bring the two together like that, and you're on course then. Oh, you can see that we're being pinged by radar. So that on the right there, you'll see red flashing indicators of the radar. That means we're being tracked by radar, so you can engage our radar jammer. And there's also infrared there for eye. We've also got some chaff and flares as well we can dispense. So we've got radio mixtures coming in here. Oh gosh, there's a enemy helicopter has been sorted to take us down. Just a reminder that this is a training simulator, so we are invulnerable. But even so, I still treat it as like a serious mission, because yeah, that's what we need to do to get anywhere on Gunship. So you can see the radar on the bottom right. You'll see the blips there. It's really, really atmospheric. It's just, yeah. You forget, once you get into this, you kind of forget just that it's crude, just like wireframe shapes ahead of you. It's like, those are hills, that is a road, that is the landscape ahead of you. And Gunship does a solid job of bringing up the audio visuals together towards atmosphere. So yeah, there's our hind. We found them, so we need to find a sidewinder and splash. We got that. Yes, they look kind of like triangle pyramids with a crude rotor atop them. Yes. Ooh. Yes. That's one of the things that the training mission does give you. Wheels like we poorly managed our collective there, and it dropped onto the ground. So yeah, that could have been like a crash. More infantry ahead, yes. Fire us for another rocket salvo. So the altimeter on the top right of our panel, that's in tens of feet. So we are 360 kilometers 400 feet now. There we go. We don't want to fly over high. You want to keep I always like to keep the ground to about between 100 and 200 feet, depending on the undulation of the ground. Splash another infantry collection there. Platoon, company, regiment, something like that. But infantry, yes. A mob of infantry. being pinged by radar. Something's tracking us there. Oh, got struck there, yeah. So you can see on the top normally along the top there is quite the intricate damage modeling for basically every function of your helicopter. So those indicators, if those go yellow or red, you've got in trouble. Like you might have radar rotor damage or tail rotor damage, which means that you'll wobble about, you can't really turn very well. So yeah, we were getting like we were struggling to find this I think it was SA9. This is where like we were making a beeline for those hills, where if we can get behind the hills, we can try and break the radar contact. You gotta make our way carefully through. Make sure you don't just slam into the side of this hill stroke mountain. Yeah, I just brought myself to a bit of a stationary halt there, and then started just trying to just basically hide. These are the kind of tactics you will use in a real Apache. Taking cover and seeing if that flew right over, but yeah, you gotta be careful, Sergio. Don't hit the ground. That's 30 feet off the ground. That's quite low. In addition to the manipulating the cyclic, which is what you control with your joystick, is also got like you can rotate basically road pivots horizontally with using your tail rotor, which makes, yes, rather than banking and turning and like that, you can just pivot smoothly. Oh, that's like about 2 foot off the ground there. You could like reach up and touch the helicopter there. But yes, we decided to we'd hid long enough. We'll make a beeline now for the primary target. Okay, we're nearing our target here, and we're going to some more heated action as little pings poke up on the radar in all directions now as we encounter concentrations of enemy vehicles and forces. So we've got BMP-1 bump. A armoured personnel carrier can be quite deadly, can be armed with surface-to-air missiles sometimes, so it's best to take those out just in case, using our Hellfires. Another target, another BMP, so he has an armoured platoon, no doubt taking position or cruising down the cruising down the roads. Yes, another hind on our tail has been swooping about us, so we try to get into an optimal firing position, try and take it down, but now it was just a bit of a slippery thing. Yeah, spinning around, and yes, you might have noticed that the fuel gauge on the left isn't looking too full now. I was so caught up in the mission and doing this and swooping about and yes, and getting to grips. I totally didn't keep an eye on the fuel gauge as it creeps ever lower. The moment I've been waiting for had arrived. The Hinds basically flew ahead of us, right into our clutches. CS was swiftly dispatched. We got more. That's can be a deadly threat, especially on higher difficulty levels where they're not quite so sleepy at the sleepy at the controls. They will target you fast and apt, and you'll find missiles flying at you very quickly. So yes, targeting opportunities there. 2 more armoured personnel carriers guarded by that missile launcher. And we're still closing on the secondary target. Well, actually, it was a primary target in this case. Some more infantry ahead. Gotta wait for our target of this moment of opportunity here. Let the range close in, because yes, if you fire too early, oh no, that guy. Okay, look at your gauge. Your fuel gauge is going lower and lower. You're not even noticing, you silly thing. Yes, here we go. Ready, aim, and yes, we're gonna fire. No, not quite enough. 1.4. So yep, I'll wait a bit. 1.3 now. Gotta wait for that magic 1.2 to close in. Here we go. And fire. Splash. So right, we're still on talking with our target. Oh, we got a target there. What was that then? Ah, here's our primary target. This is the enemy depot. Yes, quick fire action there. Boom, we got it. Yes, I thought yes, we'll fly home now in victory and land in basking in our success. Oh, T-72 there. This gunship was released in 1986, so the T-72 wasn't quite such an aged design as it is now. Another bump, splash. So yeah, lots of target opportunity there. Right into a middle of an armoured column, it would seem. Yes, yes, so that smidgen of fuel. Oh no. So yes, I thought yes, we'll just zoom back to coffee and cakes at the base. Oh no, we're going to wait for it now. We'll wait for it. And yep, oh, there goes our rotors, there goes our engine. Oh, I was like, what? And then, yeah, down we go. Boom. And we are not getting back up again. Oh no. Oh no. Mission results summary. Sergeant Sasha McAuliffe. Eclipse time 23:12. Wait for it to load in. So we landed perfectly apparently. We are behind enemy lines. The craft is unflyable. Both missions are complete, and we are healthy. That's good. Well, we might not, if this had been a real mission, we might not have been. We might have landed rather. Depends if we could like auto rotate in. I remember that being a thing in one of some of the later gunships, where if you can just like if you pitch your helicopter down, you can use like the air envelope to just keep your rotors going, and glide into a control crash basically. So yeah, there's no point expecting a machine for damage. There is none, but yes. You abandon your craft behind enemy lines. So, however, you are lucky and evaded capture while getting back to friendly lines. So, yeah, reviewing your record. I'm sure they're not particularly pleased with us, of our lack of fuel management and astuteness there. But they may go easy since they say, right, so we've been promoted to warrant officer. Your mission was an outstanding success. The objectives were annihilated. Other enemies took moderate casualties. So because it's a training mission, we got very little score. But yes, we succeeded. We completed our training mission. We got promoted, and we were even awarded a medal. So yeah. And that's it. Yeah, that's our first mission, our training mission. Warrant Officer Sasha McAuliffe is now ready for action. Further missions. So you can fly another mission right away. You can change your style of mission. Transfer to a new unit in a different part of the world. Basically change your theatre or go on some extended R&R. We have decided to go on a little rest. As we got jolted about by the simulator. Have a little rest now. And I will say thank you for joining me for this first FlightBytes with MicroProse's Gunship. That was a lot of fun. And it was a lot of fun to narrate too. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this. This will be a regular series. And I'm looking forward to either jumping back into Gunship again or picking something else for a first flight. But until the next FlightBytes, this is Sasha McAuliffe, aka Coffee Hen Retro Sharka, signing off.